Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Penny Shadikwetle and you know me by now. I'm a transformation life coach. I have a passion to transform people's life. I don't necessarily want to do things for people, but I like to empower people to learn how to do these things for themselves. There's information that is overflowing on the internet where you can just search engine and say self-healing. You'll be able to find information. So I've been talking about emotional healing. I've been talking about how the diseases that we are experiencing in our body are necessarily not born from the physical domain. They are actually born from the metaphysical domain. And previously I've mentioned a book by Dr. Bradley Nelson called The Emotion Code, and I have the book here today. I wanted to show you the book in case you have some interest in getting it, so that you can learn more about how you can use your body to get answers, because in here he's talking about how you can test in your body and get answers from your body. You know, in the Old Testament, the Bible is talking about Urim and Thummim. This way the stones that used to be carried by the priests in their breastplate, and these stones could get answers for the priests. If in the instances where the priests were not necessarily hearing from God, they used to use the stones, and these stones, I think one was white and one was black, so it was able to tell them yes or no answers by just casting the stone. So this is in the Bible. So your body is inbuilt to do that. So like for example, if you stand, you will notice that you cannot stand firm for a long period of time. Your body will start swaying either back and forth, back and forth. So that's one of the modalities or the tools that you can do to ascertain answers for yourself from the body. And one of them, they use muscle testing, which is the arm or your fingers. So yeah, everything is located in this book. So I was talking about trapped emotions in the last video, where he says any emotions that we're not releasing, they tend to be stuck in the body. And when there's a stagnation of anything, we all know, even in the river, when the river is blocked by leaves or by roots or by the stems of the tree, it tends to stagnate, and there tend to be mosquitoes there, and it even tends to smell. So that's the same that applies also with our bodies. So he has a blog here where he literally tell us what certain emotions, if they're not released, if they become negative, where they can lodge. For example, betrayal, abandonment, forlorn, or love unreceived, or even lost, feeling lost. These emotions tend to lodge mainly in the heart or the small intestine, and how they play it, what the signals that you will receive that there's something not in alignment. You start to have headaches, or have feelings of insecurity, or some people use overjoy as some form of escape, not wanting to face up to the real emotions that are negative that they're facing. So yeah, this chart has that. I think this book is also available as a free ebook. If you log into his website, you are able to, he also have a whole system of this emotion healing, negative emotion healing. And I actually have a good friend of mine by the name of Penny. She's also doing this for a living. She's using this modality to heal people. I've been to a few sessions which really helped me a lot, where she's using these techniques by Dr. Bradley Nelson to heal people. So I will leave her details on the chat notes, so that you can be able to get this information that is readily available if you want to use it. So yeah, that's one of the ways that you can assist yourself in healing yourself via this book, Emotion Code. Yes. And another one that I wanted to mention is in my Kindle. It's by Louise Hay, she's very known person in the knowledge industry, and she has really contributed a lot through the affirmation, the work of the affirmation, the mirror works. She's really contributed, and she wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Body. Another one is You Can Heal Your Life. And I also wanted to look at the chart here. My Kindle, the writing is too thin, so I wanted to wear my glasses to see what she says in this book. So, for example, she says that bleeding, it's a cause that is coming from a metaphysical realm. Even bleeding of the gum, which is that you lack joy, in the decision that you made in life. There were some decisions that you've made in life, and there was no joy running when you made that decision. Blisters, when you have a blister, it says that is resistance, lack of emotional protection. There is also anemia, where it says closing down from the flow of joy. The bone marrow as well, there's an explanation for this. It represents deepest beliefs about the self, low self-confidence or low self-judgment. So that's the book by Louise Hay. So how she uses her modality, for example, she believed a lot in affirmations, affirming yourself. For example, I used an affirmation here because I have issues with the skin issue. I've got eczema, so I used one of the affirmations here on eczema to stop that thing that was happening to my body. And also I also had a sore throat. I suffer from a sore throat, and one of the reasons why I suffer from a sore throat is because of self-expression, being vocal and standing up for myself. You might think that I don't have those issues, but let me tell you something. We all have the animals that we are facing. I tend to close down when I'm facing life issues. Sometimes I'm not even able to be my own advocate. I can be an advocate for other people outside of me, but I struggle to stand up for myself. So that's one of the reasons. You're not being vocal when you start suffering from the itchy throat. Yeah, so that's basically one of the issues. I wanted to close it down by talking about, I've spoken about self-healing, how we can heal ourselves, but I wanted to now close it down by giving a few techniques on how to actually use this knowledge that I've been sharing with you to empower yourself, to heal yourself. And one of those was this book, Emotion Code, and the other one is by Louise Hay. So one of the times way back, before I got exposed to these books that now confirm the knowledge that I had previously, I once read a book. I can't even remember the name of the book. I think I had period pains. And in that book, when I was reading the book, it was suggesting that, and this was foreign to me at that time, it was suggesting that I sit with the pain of the period pains. I must sit with it and ask it, ask it, what is it here for? What does it want? It was so foreign to me to do that, but I did it, and I really said, that's really what we need to do. Sit with the problem without having any other technique. Sit with the headache. Ask yourself, ask this headache, what are you here for? Because everything is energy. Even that headache is the energy that is lodged somewhere that is not able to release itself. So now you need to assist yourself. You need to assist your body to sit with it and ask this problem. What is the problem? What are you here to do? How can I assist you to be released? Everything is energy. So when you are able to do that, you have become the creator of your own reality. And I've quoted a Bible verse previously about how when you're not making an endeavor to heal yourself, you are the same as being a brother to someone who commits suicide. We are really empowered beings, and we can be able to do that for ourselves. And there was another guy that I will write also on the footnote, who was able to heal himself. I mean, he was diagnosed with cancer, I think, and then he really was so depressed, and then he decided, you know what, I'm going to order or hire comedy movies. And then he just laughed. All he did was laugh until he literally healed himself. So there are those techniques that are available. But of course, like I was talking about that pill that they gave people, which was not a real pill that healed people, that placebo effect. It's all about your belief. So this guy was given, it's called nocebo. So there's a placebo and nocebo. And nocebo is that diagnosis that you are given by a doctor, and you're gonna choose whether or not you wanna believe in it or not. So if you believe, you are able to heal yourself. And one of the other modalities that I've seen work in my life is the Ho'oponopono prayer. I don't know if you've heard about it. So in the Ho'oponopono, is like the affirmation. Also, you just sit. There's no judgment. There's no self-judgment. There's no judgment of the sickness. There's no judgment of the self. You just sit with yourself. And I think there are 4 things that you say. It's I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. So there are those 4 lines, and it doesn't matter the sequence. All you do is that I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, and I love you. And you say that for as long as you are able to, or even you can look on YouTube for those affirmations. I have one that I love. I think it was Sandra Rulof's. I think it's also about self-love. I love using that one. And there's one about forgiveness by the same person, where you just sit and you just listen to this meditation. And who are you talking to? You are talking to yourself. You're not talking to anybody. You are not apologizing to anybody. You are apologizing to yourself, because you know what? We beat ourselves up so much that if we are about to record all this negative self-talk that we say about ourselves, and you play it out, you don't need any external person or an external force to beat you up. You just need to hear what we constantly do to ourselves, what we constantly say to ourselves, to realize that we are not good advocates of our lives. We are not good advocates of our health. So if you start to be more aware of what a powerful being you are, and how much power has the Creator given us, how much power do we have that we can be able to really sway the course of our lives. We will change the trajectory of the path that we are currently on by just shifting the mindset. Everything is mind power. Everything starts in the mind. And if we are able to do that, there's no telling how much we can change our lives. Okay, and yeah, that's what I have for you in closing down this topic on healing. I wanted to just share those modalities on healing. If you need more information about something that you are battling with, something that you are dealing with, you can contact me. I will leave my contact details here on the chat, and we can discuss further. I'm also a coach. I have a transformation coaching package that we can work on, that consists on about 16-hour sessions, which can be about 3 weeks or so, where we can really drill down and hone down and release all these negative beliefs, because everything starts with our negative beliefs and negative emotions. Everything externally mirrors back our belief system. So if I have a belief system that says that I am not good enough, I am going to keep on attracting things externally from the external environment. I am going to attract people. I am going to attract situation. I am just going to keep on attracting life issues that will mirror back of how not good enough I am, or how I'm unworthy. So you need to know that life is a mirror, and life mirrors back your belief system. So this is all that I have for you regarding this topic of healing. Thank you so much if you have been following me, if you have been listening to these videos. Thank you very much, and I will catch you next time talking about something else. Bye bye.